We all want to run our business in the most efficient way. But how do we know we're doing it? To test different solutions in reality can be expensive, time-consuming, and sometimes impossible to manage on a worksite. But with Volvo Site Simulation program, it's easy. It helps you to simulate and optimize your entire worksite in detail. Site Sim experts from Volvo Construction Equipment work together with you throughout the whole process. Here's how it works. There are 3 ways to collect data from the site, which is necessary to get the most accurate simulations possible. Manual input. Measure the current routes manually and enter the data into Site Sim. Or let a GPS measure the routes on your site. Connect the GPS to the computer, and the Site Sim program will create the corresponding routes. We get grade, curves, and distance automatically. A third way is to use a drone for scanning. The program will then create an exact 3D model of the site. You can then build your site in the model. The 3D model gives big advantages and lets you not only simulate today's site, but also your site and operation of tomorrow. You can create your reality down to the smallest detail, so that the simulation will be as accurate as possible. And of course, with your own country, currency and values. When the costs are entered, the program calculates your total owning and operating costs. Every worksite is unique, and all parameters have an impact on production and costs. For example, as shown here, working hour and machine availability. When your site with all parameters are in place in the program, it's time to add the machines. In this case, we use a Volvo excavator, loading 5 haulers for transport to a crusher. All Volvo machines are included in the program, as well as all the Volvo attachments. Now it's time to do a test simulation with all the data and parameters. Zoom in and look at the loading area. Is it really operating as efficiently as it can be? It looks like this current fleet of 5 haulers is not an optimal solution. Each hauler is blocked around 40% of the time. Not really optimized from a cost and productions perspective. Let's simulate again. Same site, but we do an optimization of the hauling fleet by using only 3 haulers. The simulation clearly shows a more optimized utilization of the fleet. Each hauler is now blocked only 3% of the time. And of course, the result of every simulation can be analyzed down to the smallest detail. How much does the production chain produce? How can we increase the production, reduce bottlenecks, and thereby lower the operating cost? The answer lies in the simulation. Site Sim also works for smaller operations. Optimizing production and lowering costs That's of course of great interest regardless of the size of the site. Change your equipment. Test different ways of working without spending time and money to move machines or material in reality. We all know a bumpy road slows a hauler down, but how much will it affect the production and costs over time? Site Sim lets you change the ground conditions of your road network to see the differences in productivity and production cost. How much does operator skill affect excavator loading? Change the way the excavators are being operated. Small changes make a big difference in the long run. Choosing the right attachments and the right options for your operation. How much does it affect your productivity? Just simulate. All parameters have an effect on the costs and the production. An optimized fleet results in lower costs for your operation. Every simulation creates a lot of important information, and the results can be customized to view the part of the operation you're most interested in. Production, fuel consumption, operator cost savings, uptime, and also environmental impact, such as reduction in CO2. It's also possible to export the results into a Word report for a clear overview. Perfect as support material when making improvements to your business. Experts from Volvo Construction Equipment have performed several Site Sim projects for customers worldwide. Is your site optimized? Run your site in Volvo Site Simulation and optimize your operation.